Hello, Pisces, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your connection and the person that you are dealing with and needing to learn the most from right now. We're looking at all three sides of the connection. We've got your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it. Concept being that there are three sides to every story. So looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level unbiased truth in the middle, this middle section, really looking at what is the purpose of this connection and what is the best way in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self. As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages, which we'll jump into in just a second. But I do have a different tarot deck shuffled for each side of this connection that we'll be using, as well as the advice deck that I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone. So do remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. On that note, these energies can absolutely be swapped. So if you resonate more with the energy to my right than to my left, just know that's totally fine and totally normal. Again, the point is to take what helps and resonates with your situation and leave what doesn't. All right, Pisces, on your side of this connection, you have knowledge with the Page of Cups in reverse. There is a lot for you to learn from this connection, particularly from this person's emotional unavailability. Because this Page of Cups in reverse, I feel like, and I feel like tarot will verify this for us, is talking about this person, this like emotional unavailability, emotional like immaturity even. And I feel like that is teaching you a lot about yourself too, which that might not make sense yet, but bear with me because I do feel like there are some deeper messages to come through here. Now, this person has past life with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. I do feel like this person was a past life connection for you. And I feel like, to be honest, I kind of feel like you've outgrown this connection in some way. Even if it's still involved in your life. If not, then there's still something you're needing to learn from it. Because I do feel like with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, this person was very, I mean, these are two like immature energies. And I feel like this person was very immature in the way that they have been handling this connection. I know this Page of Cups in reverse is water energy, which could very much be yours, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like the way that these messages are coming through, it's that it's talking about how this person hasn't really handled this connection in a mature way, neither materially or emotionally. And that there's something that needs to be learned from you regarding that. But we'll see what that is when we jump into tarot, because in between this connection, you have spiritual cleansing with the Five of Wands in reverse. And so there's a lot that this connection is, it's almost like what you're needing to learn from this connection is helping you remove obstacles of being able for you to receive the love that you do deserve. So it's like the conflict in this connection is actually, there's more meaning behind it than just the fact that there's conflict in this connection, is what I'm getting at. I know that those messages sound a little vague, but bear with me because I do feel like they'll all tie together. So let's start, Pisces, by looking at your side of this connection, clarifying knowledge with the Page of Cups in reverse. This is for Pisces side of this connection, please. This is for Pisces side of this connection. This is for Pisces side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Pisces side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Ooh, okay. So the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Sun in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles in reverse, with the Four of Wands in reverse. Feels like this connection has in some way kind of turned your world upside down. And you could be dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but you definitely don't have to be. And I feel, Pisces, as if you've kind of you've put a lot of the blame on how things have been on yourself a little bit. Like it just feels like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, pressure to be perfect, pressure to be like more attractive, pressure to be just more than you are in order for this connection to work. And I feel like the more pressure that you put on yourself, the more that you feel not good enough in a way, because I don't feel like it has anything to do with you in terms of how, like, why this person isn't showing up for you in the way that you do deserve. Um, because yeah, it feels like there's like more that you to this than you're able to really see. Yeah, because I knew we were gonna see the Six of Pentacles in reverse at some point. It's like you're investing a lot into this connection, and you're putting a lot of this pressure on yourself to be more than what you are, instead of realizing that you deserve love for who you are right now in this moment, in any moment, regardless of what you've done, what you look like, how intelligent you are. Not that you're not intelligent or not attractive, that's not what I'm saying, but like those things don't determine how lovable you are. You are deserving of love because you are a human being on this earth right now. You deserve love for just being here. But we have to learn that in order to actually experience that truth. So let's see. Let's get more. This is for Pisces side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Yeah, something that you're not seeing clearly here. It's like, oh, because there's the Five of Wands. Okay, hang on. I want clarity on this Two of Pentacles. Clarity on this Two of Pentacles, please. Clarity on this Two of Pentacles. The Two of Cups in reverse with a Judgment in reverse, and then the Ten of Cups. So here's the thing. You see this potential with this person, this Ten of Cups potential. You see what could be here. And I feel like you either thought or feel as if this person is meant to be in your life forever. So what that has done is that's caused you to prioritize what it is that you think you need to do in order to make this a reality, in order to bring this Ten of Cups into reality. And what that has led to is you not prioritizing yourself. You're not putting yourself first and what you need first, with the belief that when you choose yourself and you stand up for your worth, that the universe will always provide you with people and situations that do align with that. I do feel like there's a little bit of looking at this connection through the lens of rose-colored glasses, which we all have a tendency to do, but I feel like you've kind of placed this person on a pedestal in a way and made them more important in your life than you are to yourself, than your happiness and your needs, feelings, and desires are. And so I feel like there's a lot here that is needing to be brought to the surface through this connection. So remember, you have this knowledge card, right? Like a lot that's needing to be seen, a lot that's needing to be understood in order for you to see the true purpose of this connection and what's really going on here. This is for Pisces side of this connection, because it feels like the harder that you try, the more you're met with resistance from this person. And that's why I feel like there's something more kind of going on here. This is for Pisces side of this connection. The Nine of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So this connection has brought up a lot of your own insecurity here. Your fear, doubt, and insecurity in terms of what it is that you, I don't know, I feel like this person and this connection in particular really triggers your insecurities, but it feels like when that happens, instead of looking at your insecurities through the lens of love and understanding that you are lovable regardless of your flaws, because we all have them, right? It's almost like you're trying to fix your insecurities, trying to fix those flaws almost in order to feel then deserving of love, when in reality, the people who are meant to be in your life and who are meant to love you will love you for all of you, flaws included. But I feel like this person has, in some way, shape, or form, triggered these insecurities in you that make you feel now like those insecurities are the reason why you're never going to be able to have the love that you deserve. When in reality, I feel like the opposite is what is trying to be taught through this connection, what the universe is trying to teach through this connection. This is interesting. I feel like we're building to something here. This is for Pisces side of this connection. This is for Pisces side of this connection, please. Five of Pentacles in reverse, the Empress in reverse. You're so afraid, or we're so afraid, whether I talk about this in the past tense or present tense, depends on your personal situation, so take as it resonates, but so afraid of losing this connection that you've sacrificed your own needs in order to make this work. Pisces, you have put so much pressure on yourself to be the deciding factor of whether or not this connection will work, when in reality, I feel like you're asking too much of yourself in order to receive what it is that you deserve for just being who you are. I hope that makes sense, because when we feel so afraid of losing people in our life that mean a lot to us and that we love, we will try to become what we think that they want us to be, or what we think that they need, in order to not lose them, in order to not lose the connection. But what that actually does is betrays ourself, because you have to realize that the relationships in your life are going to be a reflection of the relationship that you have with yourself. If you love yourself unconditionally, if you know what you're deserving of, if you set boundaries accordingly, then the relationships in your life will reflect that unconditional love back to you. But if you don't feel deserving of love for who you are, and therefore you try to be more or become more, or put all this pressure on yourself to be perfect almost, then what you're continuing to manifest are going to be connections that make you feel unlovable and like you need to be more in order to receive that love that you do deserve. And that will leave you consistently unfulfilled in your relationship. So you have to remember not to be, of course, you don't want to lose people you love, but anyone that you lose because you choose yourself and you put yourself first and you set boundaries, that's not a loss. That's alignment. That's aligning with what it is that you are meant to have in your life by letting go of what doesn't serve you. This Pisces side of this connection. This Pisces side of this connection, please. Pisces side of this connection, please. The Ace of Wands in reverse with the Moon and the Five of Wands. So with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, it's like your priorities are imbalanced. I feel, Pisces, like that you've put this person ahead of yourself, and I feel like that's actually caused quite a bit of internal turmoil for you, feeling stressed out about the connection, feeling not good enough for the connection, and instead of doing something about it, and I don't want to say shame on you, Pisces, for not doing anything about it, because that's not what these readings are about. These readings are to help you understand the dynamics of connections and where we play a role and things like that. There should never be shame associated with that, even if that feels like it's natural for you. But what I'm getting at is that instead of doing something about, the connection, like setting boundaries, standing up for yourself, walking away if that's what's necessary, if that's what it comes to, instead of doing any of those things, you allow it to happen. And that's because of fear. That's because of fear of losing the connection, and fear that if you didn't have this person in your life, that you wouldn't have the love that you deserve, that you would be, if you're married, then you would be a failure because you got a divorce, or whatever the fear associated is. And I feel like what that has continued to do is prioritize this person and prioritize their needs and their desires over your own. And when we do that, we forget that we can only show up in this world for other people to the extent that we do that for ourselves. We can only love other people to the extent that we love ourselves. We can only care for, respect, be there for all of those things that we want to be for other people and that we want to be for the world. We have to be for ourselves first. And so you might want to be, this person who gives and receives love unconditionally, and freely, but until you give that to yourself first, you're not even going to be able to show up for the people that, are deserving of your love, much less the people that, aren't. And I just feel like, I feel like we should always love people, right? Always look at situations through the lens of love, but that doesn't mean we have to give them our time and our energy and our resources, and parts of ourselves in order to keep the connection. So I really feel like there's a lot going on here that's needing to be seen, that has kept you stuck in a pretty intense cycle with not even just this person. This could be a cycle that has repeated, Pisces, in a lot of your relationships. This is for Pisces side of this connection. This is for Pisces side of the connection. Yeah, there's the Six of Cups in reverse. This is a cycle that has existed in your past. You see the Six of Cups in reverse, and then there's the World in reverse. So I just feel like what's needing to be seen here is that there's more to this than just the surface of what's happening in this connection. And there's a reason why this connection is taking place in your life, and a reason why you've been guided to this reading is to see what it is that you need to see so that you can complete the cycle that you have been stuck in. All right, this person's energy toward Pisces, clarifying past life with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Cups trying to come out. This person's energy toward Pisces, past life, Page of Pentacles in reverse. This person's energy toward Pisces, please, because I don't feel like this person is on your level emotionally. I don't feel like they have the ability to give you what it is that you are deserving of, what you're looking for, which just keeps leading you to disappointment. This person's energy to Pisces. Okay, so we'll start with the Two of Cups. They do have love for you. There's no question about that. And I feel like that's not even really the point here. Because I feel like someone can have love for us and not know how to love us. Someone can feel love for you but not know how to love you. And I feel like that's what the main thing is when it comes to this person. It's like they have love for you, but they don't, they're the way that they show that is not great. I don't know. It's just not very. Someone can still be emotionally unavailable and have love for someone, but that doesn't mean that they can give and receive that love. They can feel love, but that doesn't mean that they're giving it. This person's energy toward Pisces. This person's very focused on their material world. They could be very focused on their career, or they're leaning on you for a lot of stability. So that could go one of two ways. They lean on you for a lot of stability and you happily bear that burden, or they're very focused on their material world and not so much on their emotional world. It's in reverse. Yeah. And I feel like that has led to a lot of conflict and issues in this connection. So it's not that they don't love you. They have no freaking idea how to love you. This person's energy toward Pisces. This person's energy toward Pisces, please. This person's energy toward Pisces, please. See, this person has a lot of healing they need to do. They have a lot of healing they need to do with the star in reverse before they'd be able to invest in this in the right way. And I feel, Pisces, like you know that. And it's almost like you're giving them this benefit of the doubt of like, well, I know they need to heal. I know they need to learn to be vulnerable. Like, oh, that's just them. Like, that's just how they act. And that's where it's like you prioritize the fact that what they need or where they're at instead of recognizing what it is that you deserve. And that you continue to place this person ahead of yourself. Because yeah, I think this person has a tendency to avoid situations that make them feel uncomfortable, especially emotionally, because I don't feel emotional availability from this person. This person's energy toward Pisces. They're dealing with a devil. Some sort of devil. An addiction, mental health. An addiction doesn't have to be to substance. It could be like to work or to the material world. It's like this devil has become their priority. This attachment of some sort has become their priority, which has gotten in the way of this connection. Like this devil has gotten in the way. You can have empathy for them all day long and understand why they do the things that they do and why, you know, they're not able to show up for you and, you know, whatever the case is. But you have to remember that unconditional love does not equal unconditional tolerance. You are not here to fix or save or heal anybody except for yourself. And it's almost like you've taken on some sort of responsibility for this person. This feeling like you need to heal them, or you need to, if they won't be okay if it isn't for you, or something like that. And it's like, but the thing is that they've got to learn their own lessons, and you've got to choose yourself. Like, you can't put their healing ahead of your own here, Pisces. This person's energy toward Pisces. So I get where this Page of Cups in reverse is coming from now. I want to get one more. This is for this person's energy toward Pisces. The Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay. It's really easy for us to see when other people are emotionally unavailable. It's really easy for us to look at someone and say, oh, well, they need to heal. You know, they're unable to be vulnerable. They don't know how to open up. They don't love themselves. But we often don't see where that reflection exists in ourselves. When we chase after people or continue to invest in people that are emotionally unavailable out of hopes that they will eventually return that investment, we are looking for love from someone who we know isn't capable of providing it to us, because people don't change. for us, they change for themselves. And when we look for someone to open up and be vulnerable for us, even though, again, they've proven to us that they cannot and that they won't, we ourselves are also emotionally unavailable in that situation because we are searching for love in places where we know that on some level, on some subconscious level, we know we can't receive it. Now, 95% of how we invest in our reality is subconscious. Only 5% of how we invest in our reality is conscious. And so this might not be something you're aware of, but on some level, Pisces, you yourself are emotionally unavailable by looking for love from someone who is themselves emotionally unavailable. And I feel like that's why this Page of Cups is showing up in your energy too, is it's them, it is. They are emotionally unavailable for sure. But that their emotional unavailability has affected your life in so many ways. And I'm gonna be brutally honest here, Pisces, you've continued to let it. And I get it. I have been there. There is absolutely no judgment. But if we want to grow and move forward and toward the life that we do deserve, we have to take responsibility to the role of the role, responsibility for the role that we've played in our own suffering as well. And sometimes that means we have to look at how we have invested and given people, so many chances and opportunities to hurt us. And I feel like with this person, because this feels like a cycle that has existed for a very long time in your life, Pisces. And again, this might not just be with this person, it could be with other people in your life as well. But I feel like you give and you try to be more than who you are and be, perfect almost for people that aren't able to see your worth because they don't see their own. It's not that they don't love you. It's not that they don't see your worth. Sure, those things might be true. I mean, they do have love for you. We saw that already. But it's not that they don't, they aren't choosing to love you, or it's not that they're choosing to not show up with you for you in the way that you deserve. It's that they genuinely do not know how because they have not done the healing and learned to love themselves. And again, like I said, you can only love someone and show up for someone to the extent that you do those things for yourself first. And so this goes a lot deeper to where you have to make that decision. Am I going to continue to invest in this person and put this person ahead of my own needs and desires and hope that they change and hope that they do step into their potential? Or am I going to start today to invest in myself and what I know that I'm deserving of? And maybe that's just setting a boundary. Maybe that's just speaking up about what it is that you need. And that boundary is either going to be met with respect, and that person will rise to the occasion, or they won't, and it'll be met with defensiveness and disrespect and you getting told that you're asking for too much, or excuses, or whatever the case is. And if that's the case, then that's where you have to make the decision of, is this person supposed to be in my life right now, or do I need to choose myself and love them from afar, which is obviously your decision to make. But this reading is just really talking about how there's some sort of action that needs to be taken so that you don't have to feel this way anymore. Because I do feel like you've been stuck feeling this way for so long that it's now become a part of your comfort zone to feel this way. Now, this person, they have the King of Wands in reverse with the Three of Cups in reverse. It's their self-doubt. They have self-doubt that extends to this connection. Now, they might project that onto you. They might be like, oh, or like you hear those people that are like, oh, like I'm not good enough for you, or like I'm not capable of giving you what you deserve, or like make excuses for themselves. And just so you know, that's never true. People are always capable of giving you what they deserve, what you deserve, but they have to be willing to put in the work to do that, right? And that isn't, again, that has nothing to do with your worth, right? And I talked about how they're not capable of showing up for you and loving you in the way that you deserve, but it's because they haven't done the healing themselves, right? So if they wanted to be capable, they would do the healing. But they feel like this person has run from themselves and from their healing for so long that if they're not going to heal for themselves, they're certainly not going to heal for you. And that's not personal. That's just, how things go. If we don't do it for ourselves first, we're not going to do it for anybody else. This person's energy toward Pisces. I hope that makes sense. That felt like a little bit of a jumbled channeling. All right, this person energy toward Pisces. Three of Cups, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and Five of Wands. I feel like this person might be someone who will try to always find reasons to like run from love. Like they're, oh, well, I'm just too busy right now, or I just don't have the energy, or this is what's going on in my life, or I don't know. It just feels like they have a tendency to make a lot of excuses as to why this couldn't work or why they can't show up for you. It just feels like they don't ever work on themselves. They do a lot of projecting and a lot of blaming everything and everyone else around them. Now, I've been there. I've been this person. I've done that before. And typically that's because someone doesn't recognize the role that they play in their own suffering as well, and needing to understand that, they are running from themselves, they are running from love. And again, you might know all of this, and you might know that they need to heal and know that they need to see these things, but that I just don't think that that's the purpose of this connection. I don't think that this has anything to do with you healing them or you saving them or you fixing them. I feel like this has to do with what you're needing to learn so that you can heal yourself and receive the love that you are deserving of, instead of chasing after love that doesn't deserve you. All right, we are going to hop on over to the extended. You have spiritual cleansing with the 5 of Wands in reverse. I'm going to pull 9 different messages, and then I have an advice card to pull at the end, this middle section, looking at what is the purpose of this connection and what is the best way to move forward in order to align with your higher self. Thank you so much, Pisces, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helps and resonates with you in a way that you are needing today. And as always, Pisces, I wish you absolutely nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Pisces.